Hello, this is Christy Snyder, and I'm going to present information about hybrid learning. I want you to know the difference between online and hybrid. Online classes are those classes that you do not have to come to campus. Everything is online. Patho right now is our only online course in the nursing program. The rest of the nursing programs for second level are hybrid. That means that you'll come to campus to test, and you'll also come to campus for practicum learning experiences such as Learning Lab and simulation. There might be other times that you will also need to come to campus. You might not have to attend classes, but you're still going to have to do the work. As well as what's listed on this slide, there are weekly forums that will account for your attendance. So if you don't do the forums, you're not going to get your attendance in, and that could put you in jeopardy of losing your spot in the program. There is also probably going to be more assignments, and they may be more intensive. This helps us know that you understand the material. There are questions that you need to ask yourself before you consider signing up to be in the hybrid course. How well can you use computers? Do you have a good working knowledge that you can get around the computers very well, upload files, access information, etc.? What probably the most important is, do you have good time management skills? And if you calendar something, do you stick to your calendar? You're going to have papers to write, so can you put your ideas easily into writing? And is it important for you to interact with other students, like in face-to-face classes? Because you may not get much of that in the online portion of the hybrid portion of the program. And you have to be a self-starter, you have to be assertive, you have to have good organization skills. You need to also think about, do you have good internet connection, and is it high speed? Can you access your computer 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, although we don't want you to do that. You need to check your email frequently, and you need to know how to work with attachments. And then these other questions. So think about these before you think about signing up to be in the hybrid cohort in the spring. Again, I talked about time management and motivation. You have to be good at making plans, and you have to have good self-discipline. Being in the hybrid course does not give you permission to work 40 hours a week. You're going to have to do as much studying as you did in the face-to-face classes. Students are sometimes surprised that they're expected to interact with other students in an online or hybrid class. So you might have times that you will all meet together. Some assume since online education is about individual learning, they're not going to be expected to communicate with other students in the course. And you might also be doing this in the forums. The level of interaction between students will depend on each individual assignment. The other thing I want to say about the assignments is the instructor will put up resources for you to use, such as a PowerPoint. It may not be a voiceover PowerPoint, but there will be a PowerPoint, and there will be other learning tools that will help you with what you're learning. It won't be a synchronous class like we're doing for Zoom right now in second semester. You may not meet with your instructor but once in a great while. So be realistic. Be realistic about what you're taking on. It's a myth that online classes are easier than traditional classes. You are going to be working with new materials, learning new skills, and increasing your knowledge base. You have more work to complete in the hybrid class. The additional work takes the place of the participation you would experience in the traditional class. In hybrid course, the tests are valued the same as face-to-face. You can expect 2 to 5 assignments per week and possibly more depending upon the assignment. This is not an independent study course. It is not self-paced. There are weekly assignments and they have due dates and due times, and you have to complete them as assigned. Be realistic about your reality. You are adults with adult lives. You have families, jobs, and busy schedules. Be sure that you have time to put into reading, researching, and responding to assignments. The general rule of thumb is 3 hours of study for every hour that the class is. Example, PCC 3 is 3 hours, so you would need to study 9 hours outside of class. And then you have to account for missing classroom time, so you should add another 5 hours. And this is a beginning place, a minimum. Be realistic about who you are. Hybrid learning means you need to be in the course several times each week. You cannot be a procrastinator. Once you get behind, it becomes really hard to get caught up. So be realistic about your willingness to engage with others also. You may think that your learning will be individual, self-directed learning. You will be participating in group work in the hybrid format. Success comes from participating actively in the course. You can't just post, you need to read the post your peers have written. You need to be realistic about your skills. How are your computer skills? Do you know how to use Word? How do you do on My Neosho? If you're not comfortable learning new skills on the computer, hybrid learning might not be for you. If you are easily or frequently frustrated with your computer or your computer skills, hybrid learning may not be for you. The best hybrid online students are the ones that like to learn new things and to use technology to do that. They find it exciting. So look at this. There's a couple of sites that you can go to help you make a decision about online learning. If you have questions, please feel free to ask me. Thank you.